What do you think the driving factor behind it all is?
Do you know what I think? We in this country, we are actually action takers, especially I think in our industry in the property industry, people like to get on and do stuff. And unfortunately, for a large proportion of this year, the market was closed. You know, that I've been doing this for 13 years. I've never seen a period of time where the market is closed. And so there are a lot of people that had transactions that were waiting to go through, you know, applications for mortgages and bridging finance and whatnot that were halfway through. Maybe evaluation hadn't been done yet and we're waiting on that or whatever it might be. Effectively, for me, it kind of created this like coiled spring. And then as soon as we got this kind of like weird official news report that the property market was declared open, I have this vision in my head of like Boris Johnson with a massive pair of gold scissors standing outside a building called the property market going, I now declare the property market open. And it was like overnight, it was just like, the market just went insane. But it was just, like I said, this like coiled spring effect, I think, that people just were so eager to make up for lost time that they wanted to get out. And, you know, not just in our industry, a lot of people just wanted to move home. You know, they weren't able to do that, or you know, people were thinking, do you know what? I'm not going to be going on holiday this year anymore, or maybe not even next year. So instead, I might look at moving home, or maybe I'm decided that actually I can work from home. So maybe I want to put some money into renovating the loft or building one of those really cool outdoor offices that people have now at the bottom of their gardens. And they might want to remortgage in order to do that. So all of these things, you know, added in to and stimulated, you know, growth in the sector. That's really what I think it was all due to, really.
Do you think a lot of people being cooped up in their own house for 2 months or 3 months or whatever the time period was, depending on the industry you're working in, I guess, made them also realize that maybe the house wasn't a good fit for what they needed, you know, especially sort of 1-bed flats and things like that?
I said this to my wife last night. Actually, we were talking about this year, and we made a bit of a joke. So we were recording this on the 24th of November. We put our Christmas tree up the weekend just gone, and the reason that we did it was before it's been a bit of a crappy year. Let's just, you know, let's get a bit of festive cheer into our lives a bit earlier this year. We're not usually those types of people. We'll at least wait till December. But I actually said to her, I said, I know you keep going on about this. It's been a crappy year. It's been a crappy year. We personally have dealt with some not so nice stuff in addition to the COVID thing. But I said, you know what? For a lot of people, I think when we get to the point where hindsight kicks in, I think there's a lot of people that will see 2020 as a big turning point year for them, because we had a lot of people had that enforced period of thinking, you know. They couldn't really do much. They couldn't go to work. They couldn't go to the shops. They couldn't go out and have a drink. They sat at home and they thought through their lives. And, you know, that led to me setting up our business during lockdown. And it's led a lot of people to maybe change career. I know a few of my clients have changed career. I know a few people that I know in the industry have decided to set up new businesses or new side businesses and things like that. And so actually, I think it's been a really creative time. People have had the opportunity to sit and think about what they want to do with their lives. And so, yeah, do you know what? It's been horrible for a lot of reasons, but I'm an optimist, and I'm definitely a glass half full kind of guy. And I think that actually, when we look back on this year in years to come, there'll be a lot of positives to take from it as well.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I mean, we've had, you know, I feel like we've had a great year. And, you know, we operate obviously in the service accommodation industry as well, which, you know, a lot of people have seen a dramatic hit on that. But I feel like we've been quite consistent with that, and we've rode that storm, which I think gives you even more confidence that your strategy works, the location works, the deal analysis works, you know, that sort of thing. So it's, yeah, it's been a testing year, but I also think it's been a year where people have had to double down on their efforts that they were maybe a bit lazy to before. Come back to service accommodation again, but people thought they could just post a house on Airbnb and all of a sudden it was full. Then Airbnb turned the platform off and it was like, shit, what do I do now? And those that weren't, you know, didn't have a process around getting direct bookings in and, you know, fueling their own business, they certainly struggled.